Hello everyone, welcome to my class. In this today's episode, we are continue the revision class about the chapter Theory of Consumer Behavior. And today we are going to discuss about the concept of demand. So what is demand and what are the determinants of demand, and explain the law of demand, the theory of law of demand. See dear students, generally demand means what? Desire. Yes, means demand means what? Desire, our preferences. So demand can be defined as the quantity of goods that a consumer purchases in a market at a particular price at a particular time. Means what? A demand means what? According to in a economics term, a demand means the quantity of goods, means a individual or a consumer, if he purchases a certain amount of goods, that is with the market price and also a particular time, means with respect to particular price and particular place, if a consumer buying the quantity of commodities, then it is called as a demand. Then what are the determinants of demand? The determinants are price of goods, price of other goods, consumer's income, taste and preference of the consumer. So these are the four determinants of demand. That means in order to determine the demand, we require a commodity and also with a certain price, with a certain fixed price. For example, if you want to buy clothes, right? How to buy the clothes? That is by exchanging the money. But how to exchange the money? That is regarding the price, right? A certain product which consists a certain value, so that is for the price of the goods. So that demand can be determined, that is the factor of price. Second one, price of other goods. Other goods means substitute goods, other than goods. So those substitute goods price also essential for determining the demand. Yes. And third one, consumer's income. See, due to the income, because a consumer's purchasing power can be determined, that is on the basis of his income. Yes. So with his prevailed income and also with prevailed market prices, then his purchasing power can be done. And last one, taste and preferences of the consumer. Because consumers' taste and preferences, that is very essential for demand, because he is demanding the goods and services with the with his choices, because to get maximum level of satisfaction. Yes, so these are the determinants of demand. The next we'll discuss about the demand function. So demand function is nothing but it is a functional relationship between the quantity demanded and also its determinants. See, quantity demanded and its determinants, as you know that. So its functional relationship, we can say that demand function. So the consumer's demand function we can written like Q is equal to D into P, where Q means what? Quantity demanded, P means what? Price. Okay, and D is nothing but the that is a dependence of a price. Then how to express the demand curve? See, first of all you aim to know about what is demand curve. So demand curve is nothing but the graphical representation of demand function. Okay, so the demand function which consists what? Determinants of demand and quantity of demand, right? So for that can be expressed with the help of a graph, then it is called as a demand curve. So here you can see this D and D point is what? Demand. DD means demand curve. Now we'll discuss about one of the 4-mark question. Explain the law of demand. And this law of demand for 2 marks also there. So law of demand means what? Means other things remaining equal or constant, when the price of goods decreases, demand for it increases, and when the price increases, the demand for goods will be decreases. That means simply we can say that when price increases, the demand will be decreases, and when price decreases, the demand will be increases. Okay, say for example, if the price of tomato per kg 10 rupees at the beginning, then the demand will be 20. Okay, suppose if the price will be increases from 10 to 30, then the demand will be automatically decreases or diminishes, that is from 20 to 10. That means what? When the price hike, then demand will be low. When the price low, then demand will be high. So this concept is what? Law of demand. But other things remaining constant, means other than that price, so other determinants, you know that, right? Taste and preference of the consumer, then income of the consumer, then price of substitute goods. So these things will be what? Remain constant. Only price will be act as a main role. So this is what individual demand schedule. See here, according to this individual demand schedule, you can explain the law of demand. See, price of tomato per kg, here it is 8 rupees, next 7 rupees, 6, 5 and 4, right? Later on the stage, the demand for it, see, when the price will be 8, the demand will be 4. When the price here decreased up to 7, then the demand will be more, 6. When price again decreased to 6 rupees, demand will be increases up to 8 rupees. And again when the price will be diminishes to 5 rupees, then demand will be increases to 10 rupees. And when there is price again decreases to 4 rupees, then the demand will be automatically increases up to 12. Right? So this is for the quantity of demand, and this is for the price of the tomato. So in this table itself we can understand that when the price of tomato will be diminishes, the demand for the tomato automatically increases. So this is what the law of demand. And in this diagram, this is what individual demand curve. As you know that demand curve means what? Graphical representation of a demand function, right? So here in this diagram, D and D, it is a downward sloping. Yes, it is downward sloping demand curve. So why? Because what the price of goods, that is what? Inverse relationship with the quantity of demand, means the price will be diminishes, the demand will be increases. So that remember, under the what demand function or demand theory, okay, the relationship between price and quantity demand always be what? Inverse or the opposite direction. Okay, why it is opposite direction or inverse or indirect or the inverse relationship? Because if price increases means it's opposite, the demand will be decreases. If price decreases means it's opposite, the demand will be increases. So this is what the inverse relationship or indirect relationship, or we can say that opposite relationship between the price as well as the demand. So this is for the individual demand curve. Okay students, so this is for the 4 marks question. You need to write meaning and diagram and also the table and with explanation. Okay, so in the next class we will further discuss one more question. So until that, practice this question. Thank you.